Well, with New Hampshire in the rearview mirror, many of the candidates have already hit the ground to campaign in South Carolina ahead of the next primary. We'll show you some live pictures now from that region. Jeb Bush is at a rally in Bluffton, South Carolina, and that's where we will find Victor Blackwell. Victor, there is a bloc of Republicans that trail far behind Trump. John Kasich, who came in second in New Hampshire with less than half the support of Trump, and then Ted Cruz, Jeb Bush and Marco Rubio. Who out of that middle pack will stand out in South Carolina?
Well, it depends on the demographic that performs well or shows up at the polls 10 days from now. Let's start now with Jeb Bush, who's speaking here in Bluffton. His case to the voters here that he has the best temperament and the strongest credentials to be commander-in-chief. His supporter, former opponent, South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham, in the introduction today, really played on that narrative for him as well. I also understand there is a Ted Cruz event today, the Texas senator making a big play for evangelicals across this state. Third place finisher in New Hampshire, where there are very few, if any, evangelicals, Christian conservatives, self-identified there. That will be the group with which he promotes his narrative. We also know that John Kasich, who came in second, worked hard, 102 town halls across that state. But the competitors' campaigns say that he had a one-state strategy. They believe that he does not have the finances, does not have the infrastructure to do well here in South Carolina. That is why the Jeb Bush campaign is optimistic moving forward.
And Victor, many analysts say that Donald Trump does much better in a bigger field. Given that there was no strong runner-up in New Hampshire, does that give Trump a pretty clear road ahead to South Carolina?
Well, that was the expectation in Iowa when the field was even larger than it is now. But in Iowa, he came in second place behind Ted Cruz. I mean, of course, the establishment lane is still crowded with Governor Bush, with Governor Kasich, Senator Rubio as well. As long as they are splitting that vote and there has not been one candidate around which they have coalesced, that will be separated. And the outsiders will, the outsider campaigns, Cruz and Donald Trump will split that vote, but we'll see if he's able to hold on to what has been a double-digit lead for some time here in South Carolina.
And Victor, looking at the Democrats, this state it will be a big test, I think, for Bernie Sanders. Can he tap into the African American and the Hispanic voters?
Well, he is certainly trying. We understand that today he's having a lunch with a social activist well known here in the United States, I'm sure around the world, Al Sharpton, who could help him with the African-American demographic. Bernie Sanders coming very close to Hillary Clinton in Iowa, winning by more than 20 points in New Hampshire. But those electorates are mostly white, more than 80% white. And so here in South Carolina, the demographics of the Democratic Party, at least one-third African-American. Hillary Clinton has shown strength there in the polls with the African-American community. In Nevada, as the caucuses begin there in 10 days, the Latino community, Clinton has shown strength with them as well. So Bernie Sanders has a tough road ahead of him, but he is trying to make inroads into those minority communities.
Okay, Victor Blackwell, great to have you with us from South Carolina. Thank you very much.